Hello, hi. Me and my guest Danielle. We're gonna be in the studio Western Production, and we're gonna create today one of my favorite Mexican dishes, chicken green chili enchiladas, or it's called also verde. I don't know what it means.
Verde in Spanish.
So what are the main ingredients?
Okay, so we kind of already start with did preps, you know. So we cook the chicken, like took 3 halves of chicken, kind of makes a chicken broth with all the spices and onions. So right now
So that's the chicken broth with the spices, and it has celery and some onions.
Oh yeah, it has all good stuff, you know. We put like some kind of pepper and all that. So we put the chicken, shredded chicken in a bowl, so everything's nicely, softly shredded. Right now we're gonna add some spicy, that will be a little bit of cayenne pepper. We're gonna add some chili pepper, cumin, and also one of my assistant Danielle says it's good to add herb de Provence, so which is we're gonna do right.
And we just put some garlic powder and some of the chili pepper sauce,
Cool.
and then the cumin, of course, is going to go in there with the paprika. And we're going to be roasting the tomatillos with the serrano.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna.
Can you hold one of them up?
Sure.
Yeah, this
is
is not actually tomatoes. It's a tomatillo. So I actually was rushing up to take that. You know what's on top of that is
Yes.
it's like housing. You know.
Like a pepper?
Yeah, pepper. It's like a pepper. You have
It's
to.
a paper housing,
Paper housing,
that
yeah.
you have to peel off the paper of the tomatillo before you roast it.
Oh, really?
So-
And you have to rinse them, of course.
So what we gonna do? We're gonna put.
But we've done all that for you, folks, watching at home.
So we can-
Don't roast these with the papers on them, because if you do that, your oven will catch fire, and you will catch fire, and then we will all be on fire, and
your day will be
muy
ruined.
fuego es no bueno.
I like that.
It'll be the hot sauce festival all over again.
Right. So.
And we'll be calling the fire
Oh my
department.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot to put this.
This feels like the Food Network.
Yes. It's going to taste better than the Food
It is.
You don't have to pay the sponsors.
Especially ones.
Our tomatillos, everything nicely.
And what temperature of the oven?
We're going to have that at 350 or 4. Oh, you got it higher. Good. So
458? Oh, no, that's fine.
he's got it at 375 or 350. Yeah. So that's great. Usually, if I'm doing it on 350, I do it for 45 minutes. But since he's got it a little higher, you could probably want to check it around 30 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna put the timer on 20 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, 20 sounds good.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, you don't want to be.
Remember
You don't wanna- you don't wanna burn
fire,
these.
No fuego.
No
es
fuego.
Fuego.
Okay, I have to ask.
Fuego es no bueno.
Yes.
I have to ask why the mirror there.
Mirror. Oh, okay. Oh, so
Is this like some
it's kind of
porn?
I have
Is
to-
this food porn?
Okay. You know, everybody knows feng shui. Feng shui.
Shui,
Feng
yes.
shui. Okay, so my dad, he's big follower of this feng shui, so he's kind of setting up like you see the crystal balls right in the middle of the
And
apartment.
this, too.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that everything has a meaning in terms of how that has everything. I guess attract the energy. What kind of energy you wanna have in your house? So that basically. They saying it's a mirror. It's actually Hilakid. I didn't do the anything here, so I'm just kind of. I just understand the meaning. So basically, stove. It's always been by Chinese means like it's a symbol of your wealthiness, stuff like that. So you always keep clean this area, and the mirror reflect everything with you, how clean your stove. It double in that. So it's kind of double all your wealthiness you have.
So the food can see itself.
Yes. That's funny.
So the food can prep and be beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so be heavy-handed, I think, with that. Yes, maybe lots. I would say a little more after we toast it.
After you toast it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
What were you thinking for the lemon?
lemon, it was more final garnish.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's gonna be squeezing like when you already present on the plate.
Great idea. Okay.
It's just garnish part. Yeah.
Okay, so the cumin is next. I'm sorry, the no, this is different.
Cumin, yeah.
That's cumin. Okay, that's fresh cumin. That's right.
So cayenne, cumin,
Cayenne, cumin, garlic powder, and we are going to want to have a little bit of salt, I believe.
So, okay, there is some shredder salt.
Oh, yes, that's
I like
better.
I like to use
Me
that
too,
one.
that's
because
much
I'm
So
got
fresh
it, I got
salt.
it.
You actually, let's see now, you folks, you want to use the rock salt because you end up eating a whole lot
Yeah.
less salt.
Yeah.
If you use granular salt, then
That's right.
you're-
I never ever salt with this kind of grinder, and it's always come out such as perfectly, and good.
it does. And this is the Himalayan pink salt,
Yeah.
so of course,
Yeah.
it's from the Himalayas, which
Himalayan
is not false advertising.
It's funny. You funny.
Okay, so we're done with these.
Let me toast it.
And let's toss the. Did you do the paprika?
Yeah, I already
Okay,
did.
I already did
I
paprika.
already did. So I'm gonna
So you're
toast
gonna
it
toss it
everything.
Toss it, and then we're gonna do a little more herbs de Provence because, and you know, how spicy do you like it? Do you
How spicy do you guys like it?
Yes,
Pretty
we need
Yeah,
input
he
from
likes it spicy.
Okay, then let's
That's
do a
why we
little
don't
more,
like each other.
then a little more cayenne pepper, I'd say.
Yeah, pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a little bag. Yeah, just,
Very good.
What would Martha?
Absolutely.
What would Martha Stewart add to this if she were in the room?
She'd probably add jail time.
And then teaches yoga in jail, right? You know that she did. She taught yoga in jail.
Okay. So, I like it. It's kind of new touch. It's like you cook it like something like, you know, you get Danielle, you're getting some kind of like you really adding some kind of different feel. Like,
It is. It's cooking with somebody else. It makes it so much
Yay.
fun.
Yeah.
Now,
Like
what do you
playing
think? Do you think we should put any fresh ground pepper in here?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, it's yes.
That's yours.
Fresh-
Beer confused.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
black pepper. There should be.
Do you have a grinder or do in here?
Is there?
Perfect.
Is there a limit?
I always use.
Now this is now Sergey likes
I want
to
to do the
use
main part, but there's no limit, right?
Grinder?
We can add
Sergey
it.
likes to use telecherry. Black
Telecherry.
pepper,
Yes,
but there are lots of different kinds of peppers you can use. You could use a flake pepper that's already ground, but fresh ground, in my opinion, is better. So
Yeah, because it's come out more like natural, authentic smell.
it brings out the smell. And,
Yeah.
and the other thing that I think is very important is that you can also explore different kinds of peppercorns, like green peppercorns and yellow
Oh
peppercorns
yeah,
and red
I have
peppercorns.
those. Actually, they were being cooked in.
Oh, you cook them into the
Yeah,
chicken
when we
broth.
blend it,
That's perfect.
Good flavor, good flavor. Yeah.
And where do you find those kind of peppercorns?
You buy them in like a Whole Foods store sells them like
Do you-
by bulk.
I found at HEB, I found
Yeah.
a assorted package. It was like $22, and it was probably about a half a pound. And they had the red, the yellow, and
I use
green.
them the same. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So not at Disneyland?
not at Disneyland.
No, then.
You can't ride Space Mountain and expect to be cooking at the same time. I mean, goodness,
Cooking is an art.
that's like being high and cooking.
Yeah. Not a good idea.
This doesn't
Not
work.
a good idea.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Okay, so
Sorry,
Okay,
what's
that's
next?
good.
Mwah.
Okay, so we're gonna what
Do we need
we're
any
gonna do
moisture
next?
for this?
We're gonna work on tortillas.
Okay.
Moisture to that?
What-
I don't know. What do you think? No,
Well-
moisture will become out of sauce.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No,
Okay.
what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna actually preheat tortillas, and we're gonna nicely fold them in some kind of place, cover it so it keeps moisture inside.
20 seconds per side.
20 seconds.
In usually I see it done in oil of some kind. Do you have
Yeah.
canola?
We have
or-
corn oil, so we're
Okay,
gonna use this
perfect.
oil. Let me.
And do you use oil so the tortillas
they're-
don't crack?
Yes, exactly. So they stay soft when you roll them. You don't want your tortillas to be
So there was another
breaking
lady,
apart, especially with the corn.
there was another lady on the internet that said that you could make it in the microwave though.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
Steams
Like
them,
it
right?
steams them,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can.
Sergey likes to make health conscious food here though, so we have to,
Well, canola oil is not exactly the most health conscious choice
It's
you
more
can
grapeseed. probably better.
make. Grapeseed would be better.
Grapeseed.
Grapeseed.
Well,
I love grapeseed oil.
yeah.
I use it more than olive oil.
Blended kind of grapeseed
Yeah.
is something else.
I saw her taking shots of it the other day.
Guilty as
Okay,
charged.
we're gonna use. We're gonna reheat the pan.
All right,
That
so now we're
chicken
gonna do the
looks
tortillas.
Reheat the pan. So this is for our tortilla. We're gonna use Mission brand. That's what they recommend, I guess.
And you know what? I always recommend when you're shopping for anything, whether it be tortillas or anything at all that has ingredients, always read the ingredients because the smaller the list, the more healthy. If you don't recognize the things that they're putting in to the things that you're eating, then you probably shouldn't be eating them. So
Maltodextrin.
yeah,
Xanthan gum.
Yeah, I mean just read the xanthan gum's fine because that keeps things from caking, right? But you know this has a pretty small list.
Yeah,
you can
we
see.
need that one.
I mean this is ground corn treated with lime, right? And then it has cellulose gums, and it's kind of natural to put that kind of stuff in there. Some acid to preserve freshness, and then another benzoic acid to preserve freshness. So
it's
you-
not, it's not
and then a
super-
preservative, so
super-
it doesn't get mold. And your fridge
It'll
is
last
also
forever.
good.
So it's good, but it's too many preservatives.
No, that's good. That's 3 preservatives is probably the limit. You don't want to go over 4 for sure.
Great
But
tip.
You know
But,
what I was thinking to buy because I like to eat a lot of tortillas. There is something like a kind of like
oh, a tortilla press.
tortilla press.
Yes, I've seen that.
And Fiesta sells that. So you just buy instead of tortilla, like I buy like this bag. Usually half of them get molded. You just buy a fresh one. You buy fresh dough.
Yeah.
And like, say if you want to make 3 fresh tortillas,
You can make a fresh tortilla.
Make
Oh,
just
I've
right
seen
from
that.
scratch.
What, you know,
So it smells more authentic and it just and you can add it. You can buy already pre-done with the spinach. So it's kind of like
you can infuse it with whatever you want.
yeah. So I was like, I was thinking about it. Invest my next kitchen appliances.
That would be a good thing to have. I've never made fresh tortillas, but when I was teaching college,
It's pretty easy. When I've been in Mexico on my trip, I went to the small towns. They do those quesadilla right on the corners, like little, they have like a stove so authentic looking. It's just they put this fresh dough, like boom, like press, boom. It's like flipping around. Added.
They're
was
very good at it.
the best street food I ever ate. It's cost me $3 for 2. That's
yeah,
how cheap it is.
homemade tortillas are amazing. You know, in Mexico they joke that new brides always burn the tortillas when they make them because they don't have the experience.
Alright, so I guess I'll
Okay, so you wait for it to get hot, then you put the oil?
You're gonna put some oil. I mean, I guess I don't want to too over.
Yeah,
much.
just whatever you feel.
Yeah. So I guess and what
That's
we
the
gonna
way
do?
to run it. How it feels.
Okay.
I know. You notice Sergey did not measure any of the spices he put
No.
in the chicken.
No, I
And when you're in the kitchen, if you have to measure spices, you're probably being a little OCD.
Oh yeah. It's like in photography all the time looking how's turn out. How's turn out.
That's right.
You're gonna look afterwards, but
That's awesome.
I love your camera.
That's
Yeah,
Sergey's
yeah,
camera.
it's very yeah.
And he just bought a new one.
Did
Wow.
you?
The one he's going to take your couples pictures
Yeah,
with. Sergey wants to do couples
this is my next.
That's sweet.
You've just been wanting to get dressed up lately.
pictures. And he has 2 lenses on the way.
Yeah.
We'll have to both wear
Only
tuxedos.
one lens.
Or 1 lens.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right, you were looking at
I
the
just
other
want to
one.
bring my I guess passion is photography, so I'm kind of try to bring out of hobby level to something more.
Well, isn't cooking and photography very similar? Because
You know what? I think they're all mutual kind of connected because every time when I make good food, I want to take picture of that plate I make.
absolutely. It's
It
a
looks so
work of art.
gorgeous.
And you're going to eat it.
Yeah.
It's going to become part of your body.
Yeah, I'm totally agree. You're such a good.
So if you could show us one tortilla, and then
Okay,
I'll probably
alright,
cut
okay,
so
yeah,
we get to
yeah,
the
you're
next
right,
phase.
And we've got
Good
about
job,
and
good
folks,
job.
we have about 9 minutes left on the roasted vegetables before we check
Yeah.
them. And then we're going to
So we're gonna be kind of
about 20 seconds per side.
20 seconds. We're gonna take. Excuse me. We're gonna take some.
And you notice Sergey has all the prep. He has the onions and the cilantro. Now, when you wash cilantro, one of the tricks that I've found is that if you rinse it first and then try to peel it, it ends up being very difficult to peel off the stems. A lot of people will use the stems when they're especially when they're blending cilantro into like tomatillo salsa or
We're gonna use a pen. We're gonna.
red salsa or what have you, or even borracho beans, for instance. But I would suggest if you're actually wanting to peel it, you peel it first, put it in a colander, and then rinse it. Because if you don't do that, then it's going to be kind of difficult to peel off. the stems because it's all gonna be
So you
wet.
just stack those up?
Yeah, you're gonna start it and you cover it so they're gonna be keep the
Colander.
keep the
Good for,
moisture.
And how many are you gonna do?
We need like I mean
So this,
it's
full of us. I mean we're gonna do probably
This is where you put your
like
cilantro.
20 of them.
After
20?
you already
Okay.
pick it off the stem.
Oh, okay, perfect, after you take that.
So 5 per
Is
person?
that Lucy good?
Like it.
Yeah,
Roughly?
roughly. You
Okay.
know, maybe we can do a little bit more, but we're gonna put them inside all there.
Under the covers?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see these pictures.
I know.
Okay, so we'll come back when we're at the next phase.
Yes,
Anything
absolutely.
you want to add?
I actually just want to multiply, divide, and subtract, and then adding will come later.
And I want to show you one thing, just so we all know, there's a little dream list here over on the whiteboard. Come
Oh,
here.
I want to see the dream list.
Yes, we're in couple dreams.
Sergey will-
You guys can add
Do
to
we
it.
have some light?
Okay.
We
some
want
light?
to be able to watch the video before you guys leave tonight, so we have a USB on the TV. We're going to test that and see if it works. We want to have a blast.
That's good.
And this, I was watching a show on
Bring it,
Jamaica,
wisdom.
and it was an old guy with gray hair, and he said, you never know what it's like when you wake up, you go to bed hungry, and you wake up hungry, and you wonder, how am I going to eat that day? And then he also said, out of poverty brings wisdom. He goes, you know, man.
I like
That's
that.
true, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
My experience hath borne that out.
The dream
The
list
dream
has
list.
been established.
This is where our.
And here's our photographer,
Here's our. Oh yeah.
our lovely
yeah.
Joyce,
Hi.
who is just so photogenic that we don't even know what to do with ourselves when we look at her.
Nice. That's nice. That is awesome.